Good morning, y'all. Well, it is day 42, and I have left Lady Di's hostel after having stayed there 3 nights, including my 0 day. Great place. Again, can't say enough about her and her hostel and what she's doing. She thru-hiked in 2019 and really liked Damascus. Found a house there, converted it into a hostel, and actually hadn't even been in business a full year. She's doing a great job. Fabulous breakfast too. So again, thanks to Lady Di and her great dog, Duke. So today is shaping up right now to be a beautiful day. It's a little chilly. There's a little bit of snow in the ground. And several milestones today. I'm going into the Grayson Highlands, which is a state park here in Virginia. My wife and I section hiked it a couple years ago. But they're known for their feral ponies. So we'll see those and talk more about that later. Also have another big milestone that you will see as well. And then there's a few interesting places, one of which is called Fat Man Squeeze. So yeah, we got a lot to do. They are calling for 1 to 2 inches of snow tonight. Low of 26 at the shelter I'm thinking about staying at. So I'm debating whether to stay there, push on to another shelter. But I think with the snow and the temperatures, I'm going to stay in the shelter and not tent. And that's kind of how the day is shaping up. Winter just keeps hanging on. So let's just deal with him. I'll talk to you later. So I'm here at the Grayson Highlands State Park in Virginia. This is mile marker 501. And this is a park of about 4,500 acres. It was established in 1965. And of course, the claim to fame here are the wild feral ponies that live here. And the first question is always, where did they come from and how did they get here? And there's a lot of rumors that they're not true horses or that they originated here, but that they came from the eastern shore of Virginia, the Chinkatink horses. But there actually is no relationship between this group or the Chinkatink. Before the park was established, local farmers brought their livestock to graze here in the post-Depression era. And at one time, there were 40 separate farms existing on this property. And in the 1950s, the American chestnut tree was devastated by blight disease, which was the predominant tree here in these mountains. And then massive logging operations made matters worse and created more openings, changed the soil composition, which resulted in even more pasture land, which are called these bogs. And in the 1950s, a guy named Bill Pugh started breeding a horse called the Virginia Highlander, the small horse that was more suited for the cold winter and the mountain terrain. And when the park was formed, the U.S. Forest Service and the Virginia State Parks wanted to maintain those balls by allowing the grazing. Pugh retired in 1974, but local folks formed the Wilburn Ridge Pony Association and assumed ownership of the herds. They give the ponies yearly examinations and provide deworming and veterinarian care as needed. The biggest threat is actually hikers trying to feed the ponies, but that's for another time, I guess. Hey y'all, so day 41 is coming to an end, and as you can tell by the video, I was actually the first person here, and I wasn't sure whether to keep going, break it to the next shelter or not. I was afraid that it might be already be full, and yet I knew it was going to be bad weather, so I just opted to stay here instead. And then about an hour after I got here, three other fellows showed up, and then the snow really started coming down, and as you can tell, we had to kind of make do. It was blowing in on us, so we took our tents out and just kind of made a makeshift wind screen and snow screen. And this is where we are. So yeah, we'll have to figure out how far I'm going to go and what we're going to do tomorrow. But it's supposed to snow and be 26 degrees tonight, and snow intermittently all day tomorrow and tomorrow night as well. So we're reassessing what we need to do. But it was a big day. I mean, hit the 500 mark, obviously. Went through Fat Man Squeeze, and then got to go and through Grayson State Park, Grayson Highlands State Park, and there are lots of ponies, as you can see. I've seen them before, and they were there again. So it was starting to really snow a lot up there at the time, and I actually caught some of that on footage. So that's it for today. Big day. Didn't go as far as I wanted, but had to lay up short just because of the weather and see what we're going to do tomorrow. That's the way it is sometimes. So thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, and we'll talk to you then. Night, y'all.